about Chatwing, and Chatwing is a tool that I use for chat boxes within webinars, and you can use it basically wherever you would like a chat box. So to get started with Chatwing, you're just going to click Add New. This is basically the page that shows up when you log into Chatwing. So we're going to click Add New. And really, there's not a whole lot of different things that we want to change with these chat boxes. For the most part, you can just leave it all the same. People aren't going to really mess around too much with all of these different deals anyways, so you can just leave them. You do want to change the main color just to kind of blend in a little bit better, so I'll usually use black or gray. And so then we do want to go to general options here and probably change the name of our chat box. So you do that by going to right here. So you might want to make it like kind of the title of your whatever your webinar is or whatever the event is. And then for the name, you're probably going to want to make that be like your name, because that's going to be what comes up when you type. So you don't really need to change too many of these options. Like I said, most of these are just going to change like the colors. And so that's not really that big of a deal. So you do want to go down to privacy though, and you can like force people to log in if they are going to comment. You can say that they have to verify their email, and then you can pick what options you want them to be able to log in with, or if you want them to be able to be a guest. So there's not really too much that you have to change. You can mess around with all of these, but usually the chat box is the least of my concerns, and I just want to be sure that I have one. So then you'll save it, and then you'll go to use chat box. So it tells me that test has already been taken, and that's not a big deal because we're just doing it as, obviously a test. So then they have all kinds of different options for how you can use the chat box. And so you can do like pop-out options. There's different plugins that go with WordPress. You can go back to customizing it, but we're going to go to embedded options. So you can change like the width and the height of what you want the box to be. So I'm going to say 800 because that's going to be the size of my the video for my webinar. And so then I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom one. So you can use this one if you're on WordPress. You can put this into the head. Well, you could use it on Squarespace as well, but you want this to go on the head, and then you can put this wherever you want the chat box to display. I usually just use this because I'm not making a whole bunch of changes to the chat box after I create it. It's not a big deal. It's just I got to create it, so we make it really fast. All right, so here I've created a Squarespace new page, and I just selected all of the code that was down here and copied it. So now we're going to edit this page and add it in here. All right, so now I'm going to add in a code piece. Go down here to code and paste that and click apply. All right, and of course that's not going to show up just because it doesn't like to show up when you're testing it, but I'll show you. All right. Well, hopefully it was new page and not test page. Yep, it is. Okay, good. All right, so this is what the webinar page will look like to guests. And so when I would live stream this, then this would, if you click play, then that will show. And then you can text out or type out whatever you want to down here. I also really like this because there's an app that you can use for, at least for iPhone, and so that way during webinars I don't have to have this up and be running on the internet as well, because that's just one more thing to slow down the internet. So I'll use it on my phone and just use my data plan, and then that way I can be checking the chat, and just in case anybody's like telling me my sound's broken or anything went down, I can always check that and kind of just have it available. So that's just the tools that I use for to create chat boxes for webinars, and you can use those to make chat boxes for anything. You can really embed that well, anywhere that allows embedding. So just a good option for you to be able to do that chat box. There are other options. I just like that simply for the fact of the iPhone app. So that's everything about that, guys, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.